call this meeting of the Upshur County Commission to order. We will begin with a moment of silent meditation and prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. Jackie?
Good morning.
Good morning, Jackie.
Good morning, Jackie.
Good to see you back.
The County Commission of Upshur County, West Virginia held their regular meeting at the courthouse on Thursday, December 4, 2014 at 9 a.m. J.C. Rafferty called the meeting to order. There were present J.C. Rafferty, Commissioner, Donnie County Commissioner, Troy Grady, Commissioner, Kelly Cunningham, County Administrator, Kerry Wallace, Assistant County Administrator, and Tony Newman, Secretary. The meeting began with a moment of silent meditation and prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. All motions passed unanimously unless otherwise stated. After reading of the minutes on motion by Donnie County, seconded by Troy Brady, the Commission approved the special meeting minutes of November 14, 2014, 3 p.m. as submitted. After reading of the minutes on motion by Troy Brady, seconded by Donnie County, the Commission approved the special meeting minutes of November 14, 2014, 4 p.m. as submitted. After reading of the minutes on motion by Donnie Kenny, seconded by J.C. Rafferty, the Commission approved the regular meeting minutes of November 20, 2014 as submitted. Nicole English, Lewis Upshur Animal Control Facility volunteer, appeared before the Commission to discuss her LUACF volunteer status. Ms. English provided documentation and requested the Commission to reconsider her dismissal. She also requested to meet an executive session to further discuss issues at the LUACF. J.C. Rafferty advised that no written results from the Lewis County Commission decision had been received, and thus the discussion will be deferred until the written results are received. After discussion on motion by Donnie Kenny, seconded by Troy Brady, the Commission approved the resignation of Jacob Rieger, prosecuting attorney, effective November 30, 2014. After discussion on motion by Troy Grady, seconded by Donnie Kenny, the Commission approved the resignation of Hartzell Pool, groundskeeper, effective December 8, 2014. After discussion on motion by Troy Grady, seconded by Donnie Kenny, the Commission approved the resignation of Eric Sterling, E911 telecommunicator, effective November 26, 2014. After discussion on motion by Troy Brady, seconded by Donnie Kenny, the Commission approved the change in employment status for Jacqueline Dinklocker from full-time deputy clerk to part-time deputy clerk, working 20 hours per week, effective December 1, 2014. After discussion on motion by Donnie Kenny, seconded by Troy Brady, the Commission approved the expiration of temporary employment status for Karen Simmons, part-time tax deputy, effective November 21, 2014. After discussion on motion by Troy Brady, seconded by Donnie Kenny, the Commission approved the advancement of Henry McDonald to full-time E911 telecommunicator status at his current rate of pay of $10 per hour, as recommended by Stephen Linger, E911 Communications Center Director. After discussion on motion by Donnie Kenny, seconded by Troy Brady, the Commission approved the employment of Stephanie Jack as full-time E911 telecommunicator, effective December 8, 2014, at $10 per hour, as recommended by Stephen Linger. After discussion on motion by Troy Brady, seconded by Donnie Kenny, the Commission approved the employment of Roy Chapman Jr. as full-time E911 telecommunicator, effective December 8, 2014, at $10 per hour, as recommended by Stephen Linger. After discussion on motion by Troy Brady, seconded by Donnie Kenny, the Commission approved the change in project director for portable SIRN grant 12-SHS-13 from Andrew Nelson to Jim Ferry, Office of Emergency Management Director. After discussion on motion by Donnie Kenny, seconded by Troy Grady, the commission approved and authorized Kelly Cunningham to sign the engagement letter for the legal services of Shannon Smith with Kay Casto and Cheney, attorneys at law. J.C. Rafferty reviewed the following for your information items. Number 1, correspondence from Dorothy Louise Tyler Foundation announcing the $2,000 grant award to the James W. Curry Library to be used towards the purchase of books, DVDs, CDs, and audiobooks for the children's circulation. Number 2, correspondence from Judith Williams providing an update on October and November that's at the James W. Curry Library. Number 3, correspondence from Jamie Rieger, prosecuting attorney in response to the West Virginia State Auditor's previous request for information. 4, correspondence from Hodgesville PSD appointing Robert Wright as their representative on the Source Water Protection Committee. 5, correspondence from Kennerton PSD appointing John Brew as their representative on the Source Water Protection Committee. 6, correspondence from Adrian PSD appointing Eric Braun as their representative on the Source Water Protection Committee. 7, correspondence from Dominion Transmission Incorporated regarding the Atlantic Coast Pipeline pre-filing notification, docket number PF 15-6-000. A second round of open houses will be held in January 2015 at the locations referenced in the attachment. Number 8, Atlantic Coast Pipeline Project Overview. 9, building permits, November 2014. 10, Sheriff's Financial Statement, October 2014. 11, NACO Prescription Drug Discount Program, October 2014. 12, agendas and/or notices of meetings as listed. 13, meeting minutes as listed. 14, meetings as listed. 15, appointments needed or upcoming as listed. The commission approved all invoices. The commission approved all vacation orders. The commission approved the following exonerations and/or refunds as listed. The commission approved the following consolidation of land tax as listed. The commission approved the following settlements as listed. The commission approved the following request for time out of office as listed. And the commission approved the following request to attend meetings as listed. The commission recessed at 11:20 a.m. The commission reconvened at 2:25 p.m. The commission conducted an interview for the position of Upshur County Prosecuting Attorney. With no further business, I'll motion by Troy Grady, second by Donnie Kenny, the commission adjourned at 5:30 p.m.
Thank you, Jackie. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes as read? If not, I would request a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Our first appointment, is at 9:15. So we'll continue on to the items of discussion action for approval. We have number 1, the canvass minutes and the election results from November 4, 2014 general election. Commissioners have had a chance to review the notations in that record. I would request a motion to approve the same.
Move to approve. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Next, we have the road name change guidelines, setting forth the requirements for changing road names. We had a moratorium following the initial changes in the names and mapping and addressing. We had a moratorium on changes to names. So if any resident in the county wishes to change the names and the individuals on that road are interested in changing the name, we have a form which has been put together listing the fees necessary to accomplish that task. Do we have to approve those guidelines? I think, yeah. So is there a motion to approve the guidelines, the form as indicated?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Same sign, motion carries. Next, we have posting of a groundskeeper report, or job posting, excuse me. Applications must be received by the close of business on Friday, January 9, 2015. I have a motion to approve that posting.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Same sign. Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from Lewis County Commission requesting the termination of Krista Atkins and Nicole English as volunteers at the Lewis Upshur Animal Control Facility. I will read in part a portion of that communication, which we did receive since last meeting. It's dated December 3rd from the Lewis County Commission. Lewis County Commission met with 3 volunteers we had recommended for termination as volunteers at the Lewis County Animal Control Facility. Desiree Poling, Brenda Lee, and Nicole English. The Lewis County Commission voted to remove Desiree Poling from this list. It was concluded that Ms. Poling's actions did not warrant termination at this time. The Lewis County Commission voted to pull their request for termination of Brenda Lee and Nicole English. Do I have a motion to honor the request of the Lewis County Commission with regards to the 2 volunteers?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Next we have resignation of Nancy J. Simmons, Title V Secretary, effective December 29, 2014. Do I have a motion to approve that resignation?
So moved. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Next, we have a lateral transfer of Sharon Hasseflut, full-time circuit clerk deputy to full-time tax office deputy, effective December 29, 2014, at her current rate of pay, that being $10.76 per hour. I have a motion to approve that lateral transfer.
So moved. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Next, we have, there is a typo or a misstatement in the number 7. It is not a Lewis Upshur Animal Control Facility volunteer, but rather a general volunteer, Robin Lee Miller, who has volunteered to address some electrical problems at the Excelsior Community Building. It's very gracious of that individual to do such. Do I have a motion to approve that individual as a volunteer for that purpose?
So moved. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Still have about 2 minutes. Next, we have under the, for your information items, we have correspondence from the West Virginia Development Office announcing an available community participation grant for the Upshur County Youth Camp, also known as a 4-H camp, landscaping renovations, upgrades, and improvements in the amount of $20,000, and that requires a 10% match, I believe, by the county, which would be $2,000 from the county.
The application is due in April.
Right, correct. They have a couple of months yet to get the paperwork. And, have a motion to, is there a motion required? I presume there would be for me to sign the paper.
No, it's just FYI, that's just
Okay.
correspondence.
Okay. Next, we have correspondence from Melody Stemple, Upshur County Development Authority, announcing the West Virginia Small Business Development Center Small Business Coach position, which will be housed in the Upshur County Development Authority office, and applicants can apply, at the website noted. And we would encourage, and they encourage, all interested applicants to apply for this position. This is a position which has been relocated from Summersville to Upshur County, and the purpose of the coach will be to assist new entrepreneurs in establishing new businesses and encouraging and providing information to potential business owners to being successful in their transition into a business. So it's a worthy position. I think it's benefit to have such a position in Upshur County because it can benefit a number of individuals throughout a number of counties, but particularly in Upshur County, it's an honor to have it, I believe. It is now 9:15. So we go back to the appointments. We do have an appointment relative to the designation of a prosecuting attorney. We do have possible executive session. Do I have a motion to enter into executive session per West Virginia Code 698-1? Is there such a motion?
I would move that we enter into executive session for West Virginia Code 698-4 for personnel.
Sorry, getting old. Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second that.
Okay. We will then enter executive session.
Aye.
Oh, that's right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Go on into executive session. When we are out of executive session, no decisions were made. And I'll go back into regular meeting. Next matter before the commission is the appointment of a prosecuting attorney for Upshur County. Is there a recommendation for that position? Is there a recommendation for that position? I will make a recommendation for David Egot. Is there a second to that motion?
I will second that.
Having been motion made and approved, or been seconded, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign.
Aye.
Motion carries.
J.C.
Was he voted in favor? Mr. Godwin? Is that Dr. Turtle?
I'm opposed.
You're opposed. Patty and I in favor. Donnie opposed. Since you said aye, it's same sign. Okay. Next items for information, continuing. We have correspondence from Columbia Pipeline Group announcing future contact with constituents, research a possible infrastructure project. We have correspondence from Columbia Pipeline Group providing explanation, engineering, environmental, and cultural resource surveys. We have Upshur County E911 Communications Center reports for November 2014. We have the Upshur County Dog Report for November 2014. And we have a notice of agendas and meetings, meeting minutes and meetings. And we have appointments necessary for coming boards. The next regular meeting of the Upshur County Commission will be December 18, 2014, and will be 1 o'clock this afternoon. Will be a retirement party for Commissioner Kenny. Is there any further business before the commission at this time?
Well, we got some bills to pay.
Yes, we do.